Hi. I'm having way too much fun with iMovies at the present moment. I should really do Magic trailer, shouldn't I? Hope you enjoyed that very first attempt at iMovies. I had a lot of fun playing around with it. I have absolutely no life, hence why I'm a magician. So, Venom by a Magic Factory. I ordered directly from the guys. The service was very quick. What's in the box? Well, if you're thinking about buying it, it's £135. I'm sure you've seen other trailers. They show you the product on their website, and it's all over YouTube. So I'm not exposing anything by showing you the lovely box. Oh, wow! That's what your money goes towards. And what you're getting? You're getting two ITRs. The ITRs are probably like nothing you've ever seen before. They're beautifully made in cast aluminium, I guess. They come, one of my pet hates is they come separate. You probably can't see, but they are actually joined. Is it silent? This is probably terrible light for thread work, and you probably can't see it. You're probably going to get it out, watch the video, play with it, have fun. As you can see at the beginning, I've played around with it quite a bit. My favourite is actually the flying ring. Add to some other gimmicks and props. You can take the ring, you can make it float, you can spin it, all that kind of stuff. With this, pretty much the two effects you've just seen are the main things for this. Can you float a bill normally with this? I'm playing around, I'm struggling. What you get is, apart from these two beautiful ITRs for 135 quid, you get a training video which is very detailed. And you can't fault the training video. He goes into minute detail. He rigs up a poor man's ITR, which I have seen used a few times in teaching of IT videos, so you can actually see it. He goes into a huge amount of detail. However, on the floating ring, which he demos, there's clearly an afterthought, because there's an added bit by someone else who mentions the fact that his method looks like it's a thread. And then they teach you a different method. Why they didn't edit it? Why? And that tells me they haven't really used this product. They made it, they handed it to some magician, he probably jammed it for a bit, come up with some really nice fancy stuff. It is fancy. I don't think it's hugely practical from a working point of view. Would I take it and perform it in a pub? If I lost it, I'd probably cry. You can do a floating ring with a loop. You can even make it move from hand to hand with a loop. Loops are a tenner for pack of 5. It's 135 quid. It also has a fundamental flaw. That's probably the demo at the beginning of this is the only time I've been practicing it and using it. It hasn't gone wrong on me. And even then, when I edited it, it all got tangled. Is it me? Maybe I need some more training. Even on the training video, this magician has problems. They didn't edit it out, so warts and all. There's a scene where the ring gets wrapped around the IT, and the only way of fixing it is by snapping it. You then have to go and reset it. In the instructions, they talk about the fact that the thread can pop off the spool and get caught in the teeth that they use to wrap the thread around the spool in. again, it's fundamental design flaw. If you're going to produce it for £135, then produce a product that works 100%. It wouldn't have been a major issue. You know, the spider pen doesn't have thread popping off its spool. You know, the tarantula has never had an issue. You know, and these are half the price. And it's frustrating because I genuinely want to like this product. I can't recommend it because it doesn't work. It's a major design flaw. If you're going to release a product, fix it. You know, don't send me a bunch of instructions on a PDF telling me with a bit of super glue you can fix your £135 prop. If I get the super glue in the wrong place, it would totally ruin this prop. The other thing on the instruction manuals is, you know, for 135 quid, I'd expect some spare bits. You know, a spare rubber band, maybe a spare spool. What you get, as well as, you know, very nice shiny ITR, you get a bit of thread, which is elasticated. So this is if you want to repair the elastic. They haven't even knotted it, right? So basically they've just cut a bit of thread, threw it in there. They do tell you where to get it, and then on the instruction, on the PDF document, it then tells you that when they produce the video, they've now since discovered that you don't get it from that supplier anymore. So you need to shop around if you want the particular, and they're not rubber bands. They are great. The tension's brilliant. It works. Like I say, I've never snapped the thread in practice or performing. It's strong as anything. You get this pin as well in the box, which when you watch the instructions, it shows you how to use the pin to replace the band. And it's not a band, but if you know ITR, you know what it means. So you need to get this, and then you need to tie a knot in it and fit it. 135 quid? You give me one spare band and a bit of metal that helps me hook it out. A paperclip would have done that. Thanks. But for 135 quid, you know, they probably spent a lot of time machine cutting that. It looks pretty. I'd expect some spares, you know. You can't get any spares on their website, you know. I would have liked some spare caps, for example. If you lose this cap, the thing's rubbish. It's useless, right? 135 quid? Sell some spares as well. I can't recommend it. That's what you get, okay? So let's be honest. I mean, I'm enjoying playing around with it. It's frustrating. I wanted something to work. There's some clothing restrictions. Again, these are things that are not discussed on many reviews. I couldn't perform it as I'm performing now. As you can see on the demo, I'm wearing a jacket. It doesn't have to be a jacket. I guess you could wear a hoodie. I guess probably if it could be fitted, but it needs to be covered up. Okay. What you're kind of paying is for the hookups. I don't really want to explain that. It's clever. It works. You're then kind of limited on what else you can do. Can you do the same thing with two cheap ITRs? Probably. Would you have thought of the clever hookup? I've been playing with thread for many years. I haven't seen this hookup published anywhere. If you're on a thread worker, you probably already have ITRs. You probably have threads. You know, go and get hoop loops, something like that. Save yourself 135 quid. If you see me in a convention, come and talk to me. I doubt I'll be wearing it, but I'll happily explain the hookup to you if you really want to know about it. I emailed these to ask about having, do they sell some spare spools? Because if I am going to use some super glue to adapt, I'd rather have some spares. They haven't responded. They took £135 of my money and they haven't responded to my email. That to me is just rude. I can't recommend the product. I can't recommend the company. It's nice. It's fun. It's going to go in my magic drawer. I doubt I'm going to play it anymore. Sorry, guys. But you've just saved yourself £135.